Yo, cue the intro. Da-da-da-da-da. Intro's playing.
I'm gonna leave you saying that over. I'm editing it. You know I am.
Hey yo, I know you are. All right, let's get it. So, welcome to When Kings Chat. This is your host Jordan. Well, no shit. Hold on, take that out. Welcome to When Kings Chat. This is your host Jordan Chronicle. With
Wait, okay? Then Ben Lunafang, if that's sure. My surname's not Lunafang. That's my social tag. But all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to get my government out, like, you know.
Let's throw your NI number out.
Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, moving on. Enough of this.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So basically, welcome to the podcast. Let's just get an introduction real quick, actually, Ben.
Okay.
So let's tell the people who we are, what our aim is, and something about our favorite artists, albums, and songs. Do you want to start?
Yeah, can do. So I'm Ben. Graphic design. I'm not actually a musician, but I do primarily work with musicians. So like I've worked with Chronicle for time. I've worked with other musicians like Journey, in Germany, stuff like that. So I'm decently wired in to the music industry.
Yes.
Yeah. So what about you?
Well, my name is Jordan Chronicle. I'm a rapper, the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah.
Tweet it. Let them know. Wagwan. Basically, I'm a rapper, and I just wanted to bring a little bit of attention to the UK scene a little bit more, because we got some wavy music out here.
It's hitting at the moment,
and I'm part of it. Yeah, it's hitting. It's hitting at the moment. This is like that early 2010, 2014 as well vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like when it was really popping off. There's a lot of good talent out there right now, and they just need a little bit of shine.
Early 2010. 2014. You jumped from early to mid. How you doing that?
Do you know? Shut up. Hey, but basically, tell us about your favorite artists, your favorite songs. Tell us about your aims. Actually, no, let's go with aims. Let's start with aims. What's your aim?
My aims?
What's the aim? What's the aim? What's the aim? Yeah.
To run the design
for this podcast.
Oh, for this podcast.
Bro, man's just plugging himself in. Okay.
Wait, why not? Alright, aims for this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be nice to open up some discussions about the industry and sort of have a bit of a peek behind the curtains. Kind of talk about and look at the stuff that you necessarily don't look at because it's kind of the more grinding, gritty bits.
Word. Yeah, like for real, like I wish there was a podcast like this when I was starting out.
Yeah.
Because I've been at this for 11, 12 years, I think now. Maybe a bit longer.
Yeah, something like that.
And and Ben's been with me from the start. Do you know what I mean?
No, I have.
But that's it, brother. That's it. But like it's been so hard trying to figure out like contracting, the business sort of side of it. It's just everyone assumes that if you're good at something, you're gonna blow. It's not about talent only. And that's sort of the things that we're going to kind of cover when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Because you got to be a businessman. Because, yeah, you can blow with talent, but you might get ripped off. Do you know what I mean? So.
And there's people ripping off everywhere.
Oh, word. Do you remember there was one time when I wanted to be signed so bad, bruh?
That was not a good contract. They did not offer you a good contract.
That was not. Nah.
That was not artist friendly.
That was a lot of pineapples. Shout out to my Kevin Hart fans. So Luna, what's your favorite song at the moment? What's your favorite artist? And tell me about.
It's a bit of a weird question at the moment because it's kind of like nobody at the moment. Because like I've gone through phases where I've had artists that I won't stop listening to just one artist constantly. So I've gone through like Eminem, Tech 9, Hops In. I went through Bob Marley, Faithless. Like you name a genre of music, I've probably had it as a phase at some point.
Even you?
I'm not gonna lie though. Mostly at the moment, I just sort of listen to lo-fi because it's good like background working music, and I'm constantly working, so I've just I've fallen into like that's just as a generic. That's what my phase is at the moment.
That's your main thing. I was gonna say, what about that dude Chronicle?
Yeah, I hit him up.
Nah, okay, right. Nah, I kid.
Sometimes.
Yo, no, but for sure. I hear what you're saying about the lo-fi stuff, man. That's just it's some solid work in music.
Yeah.
It just like time. Time moves a lot faster when you just get into that sort of zone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you zone into it.
Word. Well, for me, I gotta say, I think it is a bit of a loaded question, like you're saying, but I'd have to say my favorite song is constantly changing. How yours is, but I do have a definitive favorite artist.
Okay.
And that is J. Cole.
Yeah?
No doubt. That's my guy. Yo.
I mean, that's fair. I get it.
Yo, like for real, like my guy said, my guy just came through doing songs all on his own, killed the game. And then he said, people want to be greedy and hear me on collabs. Cool, I'll kill collabs for a whole year straight. He killed it for a whole year. Then he said, I'm done with collabs, no more collabs, I'm finished. He tweeted it. That's game over.
That's a level of skill when you can do that.
That's fam. Do you know how mad I was when I saw that tweet? I was like, yo, I'm trying to collab, like, bro.
That's my whole career plan. It's gone. Is it going?
Yo, that was actually it was actually on my career plan for real. But anyway, I'm gonna force him to collab with me. It's cool. Gunpoint or anything, don't matter. But
shout out to J. Cole.
Shout out J. Cole. But yeah, even though J. Cole's my favorite artist, my favorite song, and before I say this, I'm gonna say shout out to all you man that are gonna call this Chi your waste man anyway. Anna Kendrick's rendition of Titanium is gonna be my favorite song. It's constantly changing as well, but at the moment, I just love that one, man. Shout out Pitch Perfect.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good.
It is, yeah. I'm actually surprised that she's for real. I'm actually surprised that she's not trying to be an artist because she kill it, man.
I don't know. I think she's just enjoying life at the moment.
That's true. She looks like a future bestie, man. Let me not lie. Let me not lie. Bro.
Anyway, moving on. That's a different podcast.
Oh yeah, that's a different podcast. Hey yo, shout out Kendall Jenner as well.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Bruh, I don't even care at this point. I'm drinking that lean. I'm good. I'm joking. I'm not actually drinking lean.
I'm staying out of this. I'm not even involved in this.
Yeah, you're not even involved yet. But so moving on, we're gonna have a segment that we're gonna keep on bringing back, which is gonna be called the shout out.
Shout out.
And in the shout out, yeah, you know how it go. And in the shout out, we're just gonna basically have me and Ben are gonna talk about artists that we've researched and we like the sound of that aren't necessarily massive artists. They're just people that deserve a little bit of shine.
Shit, what are we supposed to research? Or
people that they're just cool. Did you not research your artist?
I don't know a little bit. It's fine. I got enough. We can talk.
It's all good. I got a little extra info on him. It's all good.
You talk first. On unrelated note, I'll be back.
Okay, you'll be back. Okay, fair enough. Well, so my artist, very interesting guy. He's actually technically a medical student. Well, no, not technically. He is a medical student. Right. I'd like to shout out my boy Samuel Adedero. Now, I've known this guy for time. He's like a little brother to me.
I don't know.
I know it's kind of cheating because I know him, but
I done artwork for him a while ago.
There. Yeah, actually, yeah, you did. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's a medical student down in Manchester.
Damn.
Yeah. He's just finished 3 years, and now he's he's taking a little bit of time out now to do music for a year, but he's also on placement for his medical degree.
Oh, that's mad. So, fair play to him.
He's on point. Yeah, man, he's a smart guy, But yeah, so shout out to my boy Samuel Adedero. That's my guy from time. He's definitely the kind of guy that you want in your corner. Like, not only does he mark instruments, yeah, but he's studying to be a doctor. How gas does it get? Like, yeah, it can't get any better.
You should probably actually say like what he does in music.
Yeah, no, my guy, so basically he plays a lot of instruments from piano, saxophone, all of that. And he's actually running a music event in Manchester right now that is called The Creative Change. This is actually something that he asked me to tell you guys about as well, because the Creative Change is a charity event that continuously runs, and they want to bring a little bit of awareness to it.
Oh, no way.
So
That's mad.
even though, yeah. They whatever money they make, they send off to charities.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sam is predominantly a producer and an instrumental player. So he's not a rapper per se, but this is the sort of thing that we're going to kind of bring attention to in this podcast. Not only is it going to be rappers, sometimes it's going to be people that are just doing something else in music.
It's still the UKC. Yeah. It's still the UKC.
It's the UK scene predominantly, yeah, for sure. But go check out his charity event. His Insta page is Creative Change Media. That's all one word. And go check out his journey as a medical student and a musician on his YouTube channel, the Samuel Ade. That is the Samuel, one word, and then Ade as ADE.
I need to go check this out.
Word, yeah, he actually just made a video not too long ago talking about the struggles of like making sure that he's able to prioritize his time between the medical side and the music side. And you can actually see like in the trailer, like he's doing like a small operation sort of test sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
So yeah, no, it's interesting stuff. Yeah. He's really on it. It's definitely a new market that I feel is not really tapped into. So
yeah,
go check him out.
That's quite cool. Yeah.
So that's my guy. That's my brother.
I've
so yeah, tell me about your guy. Now.
My guy. I researched him time ago.
You done some research, yeah? You did it like a while ago.
I've done it months ago, before we even planned this podcast. Way back. Ooh.
Oh, we didn't even think about that podcast, and you did it.
No, it was like preparation. I knew this was gonna happen. No. So I want to shout out.
Love that.
I want to shout out. He's a rapper from Sheffield called Coco.
Okay.
Now it's not quite as small scale as Sam. He's established. He's made it. He's like not. I don't know how to say it, like he's established it because I heard him on Radio 1. I just heard his new track, Crowd Reaction.
Ooh, bang! Wait, Radio 1. Like I knew you heard him on radio. I didn't know it was Radio 1.
Yeah, Radio 1. So he's established and he's got like good contracts and that, but he's like low. He's new. He's still new to the scene. Like on his
right.
On his Spotify, he gets about 51,500 monthly listeners. So it's like he's doing well and he's growing. But he's like pops up.
But the fact that Radio 1 picked him up, that's promising as hell.
Yeah, I mean he's been doing tracks with like AJ Tracy, Nadia Rose. Yeah, he's got signings and that. He's actually looking at was it Fabric and Ibiza Rocks as part of Toddler T's Steezy Wonderlands.
Oh, that's dope.
So,
okay.
But,
he might have to hit me up real quick.
Yeah, you got a new collabo.
There we go.
But yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, no, he grew up in Sheffield. I'm literally reading this from his bio now. Grew up in Sheffield, surrounded by like reggae on one side, R&B on the other. So he's carved his own path, his own style. And I'm not gonna lie. So Crowd Reaction that I heard that brought me to him, it reminds me of like old school UK. It's banging.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little bit of grime, a little bit of rap, a little bit of garage. It's like everything you want. If you like the old school stuff, it's banging.
I feel that. Yo, and also shout out to Coco because he's actually got a project out right now called Regional Marker that you can go and stream right now.
Yeah, you can. That's good. Definitely go give it a listen. I've been listening to it the last couple of days. It's tune.
It's banging. Yo, I was gonna say, so like how you said, like it's got so many different elements of genres, right?
Yeah.
What would you say? What do you reckon he considers himself right now? Would he like if you were to choose one out of them? Would you say he's a grime artist or would you say he's hip hop? Because I feel like, especially for the American fans that might be listening at some point, right? How will they be able to differentiate between the differences in grime and the differences in like hip hop?
I don't know, but do you have to?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
At the end of the day, if you're enjoying it, if you're making something that slaps, why do you have to? Like, I get that people want to be like, this is my genre. I want to own this genre. I want to be the king of this zone, this field that I work in. But
I feel like you're just saying something I said not too long ago about my own choice.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you don't necessarily have to. Like you can be fluid. You can bounce between the two. I
no, that
this is a cop-out answer because I can't tell you how to differentiate them.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, no, but for real, now he is a dope artist. And I think the person he collaborated with out on that is C4. Shout out C4
as well.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man.
Yeah, they come
together.
But I
mean, so word. I mean, hook, everything, like the production itself as well. Shout out whoever mixed that.
Yeah,
it was on point. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good work, man. It's good work.
But I was also gonna say, so based on that, what you feel based on the two artists that we just spoken about? I mean, they're very different. One's on Radio 1. You know, one is doing his own thing.
Yeah.
What you think the artist experience is like? Because I feel that's a very important question. In fact, that might even be the title of this show. Actually, this podcast. Actually.
Oh, the artist experience. It's a grind. It's rewarding, but it's hard work. It's working your ass into the grounds and then doing it again because something went wrong. And it's.
I feel that. Like, that sounds all too familiar.
I can't necessarily speak strictly from a musician's point, but just as a creative in general, you're constantly hitting blocks. You're constantly hitting walls, whether it's like actual people telling you it's not going to work, or if it's you're hitting your own creative blocks, you're struggling to write, you're struggling to produce, whatever it is. And you just got to sort of train that discipline to keep knocking on that wall till it comes down. But it's rewarding when you get it.
Oh, yeah, no, word. I mean, even if it's not as big as a goal as you'd like, just even the little goals, like when you get them, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, what about you? You've gone through it and you're going through it at the moment. Like you had your first.
Yeah,
I think. True. Do you know? I got the memory from it on. I had a memory from it on social media the other day. Of it's just gone a year since your first Spotify release.
Yeah, Oceans.
Yeah, it was a year, like a week ago.
A week, only about a week ago. Nah, man, like the artist experience for me so far it's definitely been a roller coaster. When I started off, everything was about fun. It was about the actual creation process, right? So because when I started, I was not amazing. I don't know if you remember, right? There's a couple of tunes up there that I need to get taken down still.
I mean, you can take them down. I've already got. I'll put them back up. I don't care. I've got them backed up on like 4 hard drives somewhere. That shit's never disappearing.
Shit. Yeah. Nah, but back then it was just all about fun. I didn't have any expensive equipment. I didn't care about learning about how most of the stuff worked.
Yeah.
All that mattered to me was that I was rhyming on a beat and I was telling a story about how I felt.
Okay.
But then it gets to a point where, I mean, especially if you want to take this serious, it gets to a point where you start wanting to really become good and become a contender.
Yeah.
And I'd say this is I put this as an intermediate sort of level, where you're trying to become a contender and you keep on hitting a wall, and if you push past it, you can become someone that can flow on anything and do anything. And then it gets to the point where I think I'm at now, or at least I'd like to think where I'm at now, where I consider myself an expert, even though I'm not an expert on a master tier.
Right.
So
okay.
I can flow on anything. I can write to anything, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to come out amazing.
Right. You got all the foundations down. You're set now.
I've got the foundation. Yeah. That's it.
Right,
That's exactly it. So, and also, of course, like I was saying in the intro, building an understanding of the business side of music as well is so vital, because art will only get you so far. And again, there's so many people that get cheated, even if they're like so much better than, say, your Drake's. I don't know how many people might be better than Drake out there. Lord knows. But it might just, I mean, Drake's kind of killing it.
It might just be they got something unique that no one else is doing. But
that's it. That's exactly it. But those people, they might blow up for a little bit, right? And then they just go quiet because, you know, what happened? I'm not saying Fetty Wap is better than Drake, but Fetty Wap had a dope original sound, even though he was using auto-tune, which I know is going to go against a lot of people.
Sorry, I coughed,
especially you.
Went down the wrong way.
Oh, you see, there we go.
That's what it is.
But Fetty Wap was dope. It's undeniable. Like, his tune had a lot of people in the club partying.
That's fair.
But how much of him have you heard recently?
So I haven't heard anything in ages.
This is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that I co-sign Fetty Wap's style of music, but his style of music definitely resonated with a lot of people. And yet, where's he at? Dare I say, Soulja Boy, Crank That. How many people were busting to Crank That back in the day? If you play Crank That in a club right now, everyone knows how to do the dance. But what have you heard from him recently?
I still jam to Crank That all the time.
You still cranking that, yeah?
Yeah,
you still... Yo, I can't imagine you dancing to save your life, bro.
What?
It's a bit mad. Oh, there we go. That's the soundbite right there.
You're clearly not wanting to save your life much, if you can't imagine it. It's not a hard thing to imagine.
Hey, bruh, this is like Passenger right now, trying to save a life. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But nah, so where I'm at right now, I'm just trying to learn about the business side.
Yeah.
And I feel that that's a very important part of the artist journey. And I think a lot more artists should start thinking about the business side a lot earlier in their careers.
The problem is nobody ever tells you to. You don't think about it until it becomes a problem. And you're like, shit.
See, that's the facts. That's the facts. But that's why we got this podcast.
Hopefully it can give back to some people.
For real. And any famous artists out there, feel free to give back to me by collaborating.
Shout out J. Cole. Shout out Coco.
Music.
Shout out Fetty Wap. Shout out Drake.
Shout out Skepta.
Pick up these collabs.
Big nasty. Yo, bro. Yeah, nah, it's crazy. But yeah, the artist experience is definitely interesting, and I feel like for everyone, it's so different.
Yeah.
But you know, especially with social media as well. Like, social media is such a game changer when it comes to this shit.
It's a powerful force. Force.
It can be a saving grace, or it could be the thing that kills you off completely.
Yeah. Depends on how good you are.
Is if you just happen to be caught doing the wrong thing, or say you did something stupid when you were younger, social media can come back to haunt you so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a record that doesn't die.
No, for real. When they say that the internet's forever, they mean forever.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
forever.
like Wakanda style.
Like, Wakanda style. It's true though, because you are constantly in the limelight.
Oh yeah, no, for real. I mean, like, people like Logan Paul. Look how big he is. Do you know what I mean? And that's all off of social media.
It is. It's interesting because I know how to say this, but if you do it right, you can still be bad. Like, you can still do it wrong, but you get so much publicity from it that it works.
Word. And you'll become rich beyond your measures. At least that's the way I think it is.
I don't know. Would that work for the music industry? Could you do that sort of thing where it was just a pure scandal and everyone hated it for you, but everyone was looking at you, and then drop a record?
That's the thing, because I feel like people have such attention spans where they want to hear the
I'm
boss.
not condoning that method, by the way. Don't cause scandals just to drop records. Don't. It's not good in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, at the end of the day, what you want to build is a legacy. In this sort of game, you want to be remembered for something great. Because the people that don't do anything great get forgotten, and if you're trying to build generational wealth, especially, that's not gonna help you, bro. Your kids are gonna be in a messed up position.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair. But would you say social media is a detriment or a saving grace overall, though? I mean, you said it's a springboard for people, and you know, it's a good way for current artists to stay in the limelight.
I'm gonna say yes, it's a saving grace. It's powerful and you can use it the right way. I will say you need to be careful with it. It can be stressful. There can be a lot of stress that comes with it. So as long as you don't get drowned by it, then yes, I say saving grace.
Facts.
But also, the world lives on the internet, so it doesn't really matter. You have to make it a saving grace.
Word, it's becoming it's not becoming, it is the norm right now. Yeah. Everything is done through the internet. Like, we have never at any point in history ever been this connected to each other over the world or had this much knowledge in the palm of our hands.
Yeah,
so it only makes sense that people want to continuously use social media.
Mm-hmm.
But do you reckon that you could live a normal life as a musician on a small scale, or what would you say?
I don't know. It depends what your goals are. Like, if you're just after making a living, yeah, sure, I guess you could be a producer that make just like tracks that are bought on YouTube and it's just like enough to get by, or be like a session vocalist, something like that, like where you're behind the scenes but you're still working in the industry. If you want to be like, if you want to blow up, if you want to be in the charts, on the radio, doing shows, then nah. At that point, everyone can see you.
I feel that. Like, that's the sort of thing where you can't even go to Tesco to get a little bit of milk. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I mean, like, yeah, I feel you. Okay. And
if you're on a small scale, you can. Like, you can live a normal life.
That's true. I mean, what would you choose though? Like, if you could make a good living without the fame, what would you do it? And without the fame,
yeah.
So
I get, you're saying I get all the perks. I get all the success, all the career success, all the money and everything. But I still get to keep my privacy.
Hold on. All right. Okay. So I feel like that's too easy, right? So what if, okay, say you were making annually every now and then 40, 50 grand, right?
What's this annually every now and then? Well, like every couple of years, or?
Well, yeah, because music is not something that is not a career where you can always expect to have a certain amount of pay at the end of the year.
Okay.
So I'd say 40 to 50,000 grand a year is what you're bringing back. That's about a normal salary for someone. Would you go for that, or would you wanna go for the big famous sort of thing where you're signing, like, for example, I think Logic signed for like 30 mil for an advance.
Jeez, really?
Yeah, man. But Logic is dope, man. Shout Logic, hit my collabs, DM.
Shout Logic, you got another collab. I think I'd go for the smaller one. I think I'd want to keep my personal life separate. I want to keep my privacy and that.
Oh, what? Okay.
I don't think I could deal with, like, personally being in the spotlight the whole time. I don't think I could do it.
Jeez, you got the wrong friend right here then.
I was going to say, the question is, what will you do? Because you're an artist. Like, what's the end goal?
The complete opposite. I I want to maximize my profits. Don't get me wrong. I want to be a great rapper. I had the goal of being the greatest rapper at one point. In fact, I am the greatest rapper full time.
Yeah.
But
shout out.
Shout Chronicle. But at the same time, I want to make so much money that my kids never have to.
Sorry,
and I'm being realistic.
I'm gonna cut that as my ringtone. I'm just like in the middle of the shop, and they're like, "I want to make so much money."
That's it. Hey, yo, merch out right now. I want to make so much money. Ringtone, download it. Yo, man. I want to make so much money that my kids don't ever have to worry. Their kids don't ever have to worry. And, you know, don't get me wrong. Music is my first love. Yeah. But I understand that there's a period of time where you need to be like, okay, cool. I'm too old to be doing this. So I want to be able to have enough money that I can back myself up before I think about what I want to do after. Do you know what I mean?
That's
I don't want to be that guy that's like 60 years old and still doing music. Do you know what I mean?
It's a bit. Would you not have the energy?
Nah, man. I just want to be on a yacht. Let me be on live.
I want to be on a yacht, chilling in the Med by the time I'm 40. That's it. That's when I'm plugging up.
That's it, bro. If I can buy an island, I will be happy.
That's a realistic goal right there.
Do you know? I know I'm gassing it up, Yo, actually, an island is not that expensive. I mean, for a rich person. Give me a second. Hold on one second.
I mean, all right, sure. Like,
how much is an island? I'm actually googling this live.
Google just pops up. Too much for you.
Yo, there are islands in the world, right? There's islands in the world for real. That are less than 100,000.
No,
you can buy.
There is no way. Yeah. No. There is no way it's cheaper to buy an island than it is to buy a house.
In a house. This is what I'm saying, bro. But no, this is the thing. It's not necessarily a good island. And also, this is from CNN, so I wouldn't trust this.
that island is surrounded by pirates. You'll buy it, but you can't get it.
That's it, bro. Yo, but some islands are like, what? Let me see. 750,000? Average prices in London. What?
That's like a parking spot in London.
But you know what? CNN chats so much shit. Hold on, let me just...
Why are you looking at...
I was like, yo, this is a parking spot that they call it an island. They just put...
It's a parking spot they call it an island. It was the first result that came up,
okay? How much is an island in the Bahamas? Okay, here we go. $1 million. $1 million.
Million. You can make that.
This is what I'm saying.
So your first milli goes to me. The second one goes on the island.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where this milli came from. Like that goes. Like,
which one? What, the second one? I'm guessing you made off the success that made you the first one.
Okay, right. So I've got some bad news for you, right?
Right. Go on. I'm prepared.
I feel like you might not be getting a milli. You're getting a billy, fam. I'm Oprah out here, fam.
Ah, that's cool. So I'll get the first billy, and then you get the islands.
I'd like to mention for any lawyers in the future, I did not actually say that in a serious tone.
This is a verbal contract. A verbal contract has been established here.
Word. Can you imagine?
You're technically indebted to me £1 billion now. You can start paying payments whenever you want.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go jump out of the floor on the bottom floor. Oh, that did not make sense.
I'm gonna trip out the front door.
I'm gonna go jump out the window on the bottom floor. My bad.
Oh yeah, because that's
just gonna trip out.
All right. Anyway, should we? Yeah. Are we talking more, or do we want to wrap this before we start rambling for an hour?
Yeah, man. Actually, I feel like this might be a good place. If you guys feel like you want longer content, extra content, please do let us know. Down in the bottom below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're listening to this on, say, Spotify, or you're listening to this on iTunes, one of those streaming services that don't allow you to comment, please feel free to email us at whenKingsChat@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and we really hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please show us some love by following us on Instagram at whenKingsChat, Twitter at whenKingsChat. Oh yeah. Oh, it would make Ben's day. Also, don't forget to go and tweet at Ben, you're a waste man, and you're not getting a billy. I feel like that might help my case.
Right. I will say, don't tweet me because I'm not on Twitter. Hit up Lunar Fan Graphics. Call me a waste man on there. I don't care, but drop me a follow.
Okay. But if you do have any questions or any suggestions, please don't hesitate to email us on When Kings Chat. And next week we'll be covering the... Oh man, that motorcycle is a dick.
That's fine. You have to going earlier.
Oh, dang it. I didn't even realize. I just realized my window's open. Anyway, next week we'll be covering the role of those around the artist. So make sure to tune in, because this is when Ben's going to get to shine as, my dedicated graphics designer.
Support staff.
There we go. He's my equal though, so it's all good.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'd have put me higher.
No worries. I'll take that.
I'm just being mean. It's been a while since we chatted. I'm just being mean.
Right. I was just like, okay. I just, just gonna jump out, window on the bottom floor. So good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. And this is gonna be Kings out.
Kings out.